If someone had told me at 13 that I would give away $1 million in a single video, I wouldn't have just not believed it. I wouldn't have even known how much that was. Back then, even 50 bucks felt like a lot to me. I come from a simple family, from a small town in North Carolina. I grew up with my brother, and our mom raised us. Nothing special. And as strange as it may sound now, when I was younger, I really didn't like being around people. I was introverted, but at the same time, persistent. And when I liked something, it completely consumed my life. My first all-consuming passion was baseball. I didn't want to do anything else. But my very first time stepping onto a baseball field for a regular practice was the most awkward moment of my life. I had no idea how to talk to people. I was extremely shy. Nothing in the world could make me start a conversation first. It felt impossible. My second passion was YouTube. That was all I watched back then. I vividly remember one particular video from those times, where one of my favorite YouTubers said he was quitting his job and would make a living solely from YouTube. This was before all the hype around content creators even started. Most people didn't even know you could make money on YouTube. After watching that video, I was 12 at the time, something clicked in my head. I thought, wait a minute, you can make money just by making videos? And I was like, damn, that's awesome. I definitely want to do this. That's one of my earliest memories of my journey as a YouTuber. Look, isn't it amazing? I'm about to hit 9,000 subscribers. This is the kind of content I was making when I was 14. And then, when I was 15, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. That was pretty tough. At its core, this disease is an inflammation of the intestines. And because they're inflamed, they can't properly process food. On top of that, the process itself was incredibly painful. It felt like someone was running a knife across my stomach. In the end, I couldn't eat properly and barely ate at all. I lost weight from 80 kilograms to 63. I remember that number because it was my lowest weight. And at 6'3", 190 centimeters, I looked like a thin, fragile twig. I mean, I could barely get out of bed. I had no energy for anything. I didn't even want to go to school. I just hated my life back then. I was really unhappy. Maybe I would have continued playing baseball in college, but Crohn's disease definitely changed my trajectory. And I was like, okay, baseball is over. So I just completely immersed myself in YouTube. Yeah, I didn't like talking to people, but making videos was different. I was completely alone, filming all day long, and I got used to it. I loved it so much that I couldn't imagine life without YouTube anymore. When I first started, I had a really crappy laptop. I think my brother got it for Christmas, and I ended up just taking it and using it. I didn't know how to edit, adjust colors, or fix audio. I knew absolutely nothing. I had no good equipment and no money to buy any. I just worked with what I had and made videos however I could. The only thing that mattered was that the video would play. For the first few years, of course, I didn't make any money on YouTube. To get ads, you had to be really well known. I wasn't interesting to people. A lot of my early videos were really bad. There wasn't a single day I didn't worry about it. I worked hard, but I felt like nothing was working. Still, I thought that if I kept doing this long enough and consistently, eventually, it would pay off. I don't know why I had that mindset back then or why I didn't just quit. Probably because I loved it so much. I simply couldn't stop. I was always drawn to it. I was obsessed. My shyness, lack of communication skills, and low self-confidence were huge obstacles in my journey. But making videos turned out to be easier. Plus, I loved it. I couldn't imagine what else I would do if not YouTube. Just the thought that one day I'd succeed was enough to keep me happy. Plus, I didn't want to go to college. My goal in high school was to never go to college. I thought that if I could make enough money before graduating, I could skip college altogether. That's when I tripled my efforts on YouTube. After that, I started making a few dollars a day. In the end, I still had to go to college, but I focused even more on YouTube. I even stopped going to classes. Of course, I didn't tell my mom that. So while I was in college, I was making videos. That was the time I was most motivated to grow my channel. I became more persistent. Things started picking up. My subscriber count finally began to grow, and I made enough money to move out. By then, I was earning about $1,000 a month. I would wake up, work on videos, then go to sleep. Every single day. That was my hyper-focus mode. Back then, my videos were kind of dumb, and they took a lot of time to make. For example, in one video, I counted to 100,000. No one on YouTube had ever done anything like that before. I just counted for 40 hours straight. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It attracted a ton of attention. It was one of my first viral videos, and that's when it hit me. If I do unusual things, people will watch me. 100,000. I realized that if I give it my all and stay unique, success is inevitable. I'll do things no one else will do because they're too difficult. And people love watching that kind of stuff. All right, let's get to the more interesting part. My first ever brand deal. So, a manager from a company reached out to me and offered $5,000 for a video, which was insane to me at the time. I was like, wait, I just make one video and get $5,000? But I went further and said I wanted 10,000. He was like, no, 5 is the max. And I was like, no, I want to take $10,000, go out on the street, and give it to a homeless person. And he was like, wait, really? Hey, I'm filming a YouTube video. My camera is right over there. Here, take this. It's $10,000. It's real. I'm not joking. The video turned out great. The homeless man was happy, the advertisers were happy, and I was happy too. And since the video performed well, I asked for more money and gave it away again. If I take brand money and give it away in my videos, the videos will perform well and pay for themselves. Then, I'll take the revenue from that video and give it away in the next one. That way, I'll create a cycle where every video gets views. And I'll use brands to help people and make them happy. I was completely blown away by my own idea. It was like I had just unlocked the secret to success. In some of my videos, I've given away over $1 million. Some people might say I'm crazy. But understand this, I don't just want to make money. I love doing unique, challenging, insane, and over-the-top things. I want to make a positive impact on people and bring them joy. So every time, it's not the money itself that excites me. It's how I get to make people happy with my next crazy idea. You see, I could never have become who I am if I had only focused on making money. My goals were completely different from just wanting to be rich and famous. It was my higher purpose and my love for what I do that helped me reach this level. That's what allowed me to work so hard for so many years without burning out. Day after day, year after year, I put in the work. That's when I had a genius idea. And of course, all of that led me to massive financial success. In my ideal future, over the next few decades, I continue earning hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Then, when I turn 50 and have billions in my account, I'll take all that money and open thousands of homeless shelters. That's the plan. I know one thing for sure, I want to keep helping people. That's what makes me happy. I feel incredible when I see people's faces light up, when I see them shocked or even crying tears of joy. That feeling is unmatched. That's why I do this.